Well, the swap is complete. It's done. It's quiet. AC still works. Power steering works good. I had an issue with the throttle body. I did not reuse the original, and that caused some issues with idle. So I reached out to the people who tuned the car originally, and they're going to charge 75 bucks to revise the tune. Well, I swapped out the original throttle body, figuring why not, see if it helps, and it seemed to fix the problem of a very low idle and all that stuff. So, has AEM Infinity. The tune is locked, so you can only really go through the wizards of setting up some basic sensors and whatnot. So that's that. So far so good. Just bleeding the coolant system yesterday and topped it off. It took a good, probably gallon more than I originally put in. I left as much of these pipes and hoses as I could. Like I'd mentioned, if the new owner wants to hook up all the emission stuff, it's still there. So you'd really just have to add a new connector and then run wires to over here. But with a standalone, I'm not sure how much that integrates all that stuff anyways. But either way, it's there. But some people get irritated when stuff is hacked out and thrown away or whatever, so I'm just going to leave it. What else? There was something I needed to show. Oh, the heater hoses. So there's one right there that goes in the back of the head, and that goes, you can kind of see, it goes right there. So it's just barely accessible from that part where the turbo inlet pipe kind of goes through. Now, this second one, you'll see goes right here, and then for now I just looped it around, and it's actually buried. You can't even see it. So it goes way down in there, and then it connects basically on the other side of this pipe, even lower than that one. So it's probably another 4 inches down. But what I did is the Aristo motor had a really nice tight 90-degree elbow. So I elbowed it out of the firewall, just straight out, and then kind of looped it so it pops up here. You'll see that connects to here with a junction. So the alternative, I think people modify that turbo inlet right here. But even then, I don't know how you would access to change the hose. But this one's going to be good for a very long time. So I think the only other option is to drop the subframe down a little bit so you can get your hands in there. Or remove I don't even know if you could remove the turbo pipe though. It might not even be possible to unbolt that the way it is pushed against the firewall. So, I don't know. Whatever. Works fine. No coolant leaks. The system's good. Let's take a quick look in here. Alright. There's our temp right in the middle. That's good. We're purged of air. Track off is probably because, I don't know, it has a standalone and it's sensing some issue possibly with emissions. There is no check engine light. I don't know if that's functioning. It turns on. I just don't know if it's, I don't know how the system works with the stock ECU plus the Infinity. You can hook up TextStream and kind of see what it's saying. I did it yesterday and cleared any pending codes, but it seems fine as is. So AC off, idle's still good. Yeah, that's nice. Before, with the AC off, it would just basically be a couple hundred RPM and die every time. So, yeah, idle's up with AC, and then idles up with the power steering. That wasn't hooked up before. It had some electronic sensor, not the vacuum switched thing. So that works good. AC, gotta be a selling point, man. I'm telling you. AC is still hooked up. It's ice cold. Only thing left I have to do is put this back on, the cover. Because I was just messing with this just to get it running, and then there's a bulb out here I'll replace. So, yeah. It's, just trying to set up this log here. I don't even know if it can data log. Because it's, protected or whatever. And I don't want to clear the ECU because I don't want to retune the whole thing because it runs fine as is, if that makes sense. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, tips, advice, I do have to replace the ignition switch because the ECU relay clicks. That'll be Tuesday. So see ya.